Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Rumela, and in today's video I'm going to share with you guys some makeup tips and tricks that I've learned through the years. Now all of these tips I have learned through trial and error. I love makeup and I've been doing makeup since years, and I always experiment with makeup, so I've tried to include as many tips as I possibly can in this video. I did not do any eyeshadow, but apart from that, I've tried to include as many tips as I can, and I hope you guys find this video really helpful. But before we get into the video, if you are new here, hi, I'm Rumela. I make makeup, skincare, lifestyle and mom life related content here on my channel. So if you like my content and if you like the vibe here, definitely take a moment and hit the subscribe button down below. It would mean the absolute world to me. And yeah, without making the intro any more longer, let's get started. So the first tip I have for you guys is always do your skincare before makeup. I know a lot of people tend to skip this step thinking it's not important, but it does make a lot of difference in the way that your makeup looks and also stays throughout the day. Skincare is really important. It makes your makeup look really flawless. Also, another tip that I have is do your skincare at least 10 to 15 minutes before your makeup. I am going to start with my skincare. I've already washed my face. I've used the Nivea face wash, the Nivea Milk Delight face wash. I'm going to go in with the chia seed toner. This is a really hydrating toner, and since I have a dry skin type, I tend to use hydrating products before I do my makeup so that the makeup does not look cakey. If you are someone from the oily skin type, apply a moisturizer, but make sure you apply a moisturizer that's meant for oily skin types, like maybe a gel moisturizer. The Lakme gel moisturizer or the Pond's gel moisturizer is also great. You can try those moisturizers, but I'm going to go in with this really hydrating toner. I absolutely love how this toner hydrates my skin. And also, in between every skincare step, give a minute for that skincare product to actually absorb into your skin. So yeah. Next, I'm going to go in with the moisturizer, and the moisturizer that I'm using is the Earth Rhythm Phytoceramide moisturizer. Now this is something meant for dry skin types. I'm just going to apply the moisturizer all over my face. The next tip that I have is go in with a facial oil before you do your makeup. If you are from the dry skin type, and your makeup will look absolutely beautiful. If you are from the dry skin type, you can skip this step. Now a lot of people, oily skin type. Now a lot of people recommend applying powder to mattify your skin before you go in with your actual makeup for oily skin types. But honestly, it did not work for me at all because I am obviously not from the oily skin type, but I've heard from a lot of people that the makeup tends to look cakey, and it tends to look like you have a lot of layers. So just go in with a lightweight moisturizer and then go in with your primer. So another tip is that you can apply a fixing spray before you do your makeup. Like after your skincare routine, you can do like a spritz of a fixing spray, any fixing spray that you're using, and then go in with your makeup, and that will make sure that your makeup lasts longer. Okay, today for facial oil, I'm going to use the Minimalist Squalane oil. This is something that I absolutely love. It is just pure olive based squalane oil. It works really well for my skin. So I'm just going to take a couple of drops of this oil and then press it into my skin very gently, and then I'm going to wait for 15 to 20 minutes and then move on with my makeup. So I completely forgot to mention that you need to moisturize your under eyes, your eyelids, and also apply a good moisturizing lip balm. Now I do have a layer of lip balm on because I always have lip balm on my lips. I'm a lip balm junkie and I love applying lip balms. But I'm just going to apply the Miss Claire lip balm. I'm going to apply a light layer over my already moisturized lips, and I'll just wait for 15 to 20 minutes and then we'll move on with the makeup. Okay, so the skincare has sunk into my skin really well. My skin does look nice and healthy. Moving on to the next step, it is to use a primer. If you want your makeup to go on really nice and smooth, then I would recommend using a primer. Now I don't use this every single day. I use it only when I feel like my skin is it's not in the healthiest of its form. That's when I use a primer. So a primer will really make sure that your makeup does go on really nice and smooth. It also makes your makeup last long. So yeah, if you feel like you need that, then you can go in with a nice primer. The one that I'm using is the Lakme Absolute Blur Perfect Primer. This is a nice mattifying primer, so I use this only on my T-zone, so that is my nose and my cheeks and my chin, and then I just drag whatever is remaining towards the outer part of my face. This really does make my face look poreless, so that is something that I really like. Also apply a primer underneath your eyes, so that if you have deep set of eyes that are really wrinkly, then the primer will make sure that the concealer goes on really smooth. So yeah. Now the next tip I have is one of my favorites. It is to use a tint before you go in with your foundation. Now I know the red lipstick blush trend has been viral, and it did not work for a lot of people because firstly, lipstick in the bullet form can be really creamy, and it will blend in with your foundation. It will move, it will slip and slide when you blend your foundation, and it does not look the best. Also, if you use a liquid lipstick, it can be like too pigmented, and then your the area does not look really natural. So if the red lipstick trend did not work out for you, this is something that you can try. Make sure that you use a water tint, something that settles into your skin, and not something like a creamy tint. The Just Herbs lip and cheek tint are really creamy. They're almost like the liquid the bullet lipstick formula, so don't use those tints. Use the Face Shop Water Fit tint. The one that I'm using is the shade Pink Matte. This is a really nice pinky shade, perfect to use underneath the foundation. And since my skin is really moisturized, I'm hoping that this will go on smooth. This is a little bit patchy, but I can make it work. So yeah, if you want a really natural blush underneath your foundation, and the red lipstick hack did not work well for you, then try this. It will really change your foundation game, your base makeup I mean. So I have applied the tint on my cheeks, and it has settled into my skin really well. So if you want a really natural looking base, then definitely try this tip. For foundation, I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Superstay foundation in the shade 310 Sun Beige. Now the hack that I have, or the tip that I have here, is to go in with a foundation brush and do your base, and then use a beauty blender to finish off, like to pick up any extra product or to make the makeup look seamless. If you use this technique, your foundation it will have more coverage, but also the foundation will look really nice and flawless, because if you go in with the beauty blender directly, the beauty blender will soak up a lot of product, and that much product will not be there on your face. So obviously the coverage is going to reduce. So if you want a really nice full coverage, but you also want your foundation to look flawless, then definitely try this tip. Now I'm just going to take a pump of the foundation and I'll demonstrate it for you guys. Now if you do not have a brush, what you can do is apply the foundation with your fingers like this. Don't pick the foundation with a beauty blender, apply it with your fingers just like this, and then go in with the beauty blender, so that a lot of product is on your face rather than the beauty blender. So this is one thing that you can do, but the brush works a little bit better. If you don't have a brush, you can definitely try this step. Once that is done, just go in with the beauty blender. And the coverage will be a lot better than what it is if you go in directly with the beauty blender. For brush, I'm going to take the Real Techniques foundation brush, and for the beauty blender I used the Drugstore Company beauty blender. Not the biggest fan of that beauty blender, but it blends the foundation well. Now using a brush alone will also, give you really nice coverage and will make your makeup look nice, but just ending the whole thing with a beauty blender makes it look really nice and flawless. Also make sure you clean your base makeup brushes every week. Using a clean, like blending with a clean makeup brush does make a lot of difference. If you use a dirty brush, it will make the foundation and the concealer look really patchy and streaky. The brush also did a pretty good job, but you can go in with the beauty blender just over it to make sure there are no lines or no streaks at all. Now if you have really deep dark circles like I do, you can go in with an orange corrector. The one that I'm using is the LA Girl Pro Conceal orange corrector. Now the tip I have here is to always blend your corrector using your fingers only. Don't use a brush or a sponge. You can use a brush still, but don't use a beauty blender at all. The warmth of your fingers really will melt the orange corrector into your skin, and make sure you use a really tiny amount. I think I used a lot, but yeah, make sure you use a really tiny amount and blend it into your skin really well, or the orange corrector will peek through your concealer, and that is not a beautiful sight. So that is it. You need just the tiniest amount of orange corrector, and once you apply your concealer over this, it will look really nice. The concealer that I'm going to use is the PAC Spotlight Concealer in the shade 10 Mocha. This is a little bit light for my skin, but since I have already corrected my under eyes, this works well. The tip that I have here is to use the tiniest amount of concealer just here, that is on the inner corners and on the outer corner, and then a little bit on your eyelids if you like that, and a little around your mouth if there is grayness, and you can apply it on the bridge of your nose and also the forehead. Since this is a highlighting concealer, I apply it on my forehead as well, and a little bit on the cheeks. So another tip I have here is to let your concealer sit on your skin for 30 seconds to a minute. This will increase the coverage drastically. So if you want your concealer to look really full coverage, this is a tip that you can use. Also use a concealer brush to blend in your concealer rather than using a beauty blender, because beauty blender again will soak up a lot of product. It will not the product will not be there under your eyes, or wherever you've applied. The beauty blender will drink up all the product, and then there will be no product on your face at all. So a brush works really well. The one that I'm using is the PAC 272 brush. This is my favorite brush to blend in the concealer. Again, use a clean brush. So it's been a minute, and I'm just going to blend in the concealer. The PAC concealer is a little bit drying for my already dry under eyes, so I don't want to keep it any longer. But if you use a nice hydrating concealer, you can keep it for more than a minute. You see the coverage and how flawless my concealer looks. I absolutely love using all these tips and tricks whenever I do my makeup, and my makeup absolutely looks absolutely gorgeous. What am I saying? The next tip is to use a small eyeshadow brush like this one to set your under eyes instead of using a large powder brush. This will make sure that your under eyes look nice and creaseless. Also make sure you use a loose powder. The one that I have here is from K Beauty. Make sure you use a loose powder to set your face instead of a compact powder. That will again make your base look really nice and flawless. So I'm just going to dunk the powder into the dunk the brush into the powder and then dust off the excess and set my under eyes. I'm going to look up and blend any creases. My under eyes crease really quick, so I make sure I set them really fast. So I'm just going to take the powder, look up and dust my under eyes using the brush, and then I'm going to set the rest of my face using a regular powder brush. Again, using a loose powder to set your face will make sure that your foundation stays in place all day long. Also, another tip I have here is to conceal under your brows if you want to make them look really nice and sharp. So I'm just going to do that. I'm just going to use the Wet n Wild eyebrow pencil to fill in my brows. Now the tip that I have here is to brush your eyebrows using a mascara. Make sure you use the lightest hand and make sure you take away all the product from the wand. Your wand should have the least amount of product, and then with a very light hand just brush it through your brows to set them. If you don't have a brow gel, this hack works really well. Now if you want your eyes to look really nice and defined, use your eyeliner and your kohl on the outer half, and it looks really nice and beautiful. Make sure you use the least amount of product in the inner half and do a really nice thick liner on the outer half. The eyeliner that I'm going to use today is the Lakme Iconic eyeliner. And then with whatever is remaining on the brush, you can go you can draw the inner half. The same goes with kohl as well. I'm going to use the Plum Kajal. Then what you can do is take a small flat brush and any black eyeshadow, and you can set the kajal and it will not move. Also it will have a really nice smoky look, which I really enjoy. So that's what I'm going to do. Another tip I have here is to use a nude pencil, something like this. This is from PAC. Instead of a white pencil in your waterline to make your eyes look really big. Now I know a lot of people use white pencils, but that's not the most flattering, especially for the wheatish to dusky skin tones. So you can use a nude pencil. I'm not going to use this today. Also, if you don't want to apply any eyeshadow and you've applied concealer, your eyelids will look really flat. So what you can do is take a brush like this, a fluffy brush like this, and take your bronzer and apply it just in your crease and blend it really well. That's what you can do, and your eyes will look really nice and defined. I already did this step, but the camera somehow did not capture that. So I wanted to just mention that. And now moving on to the next. Another tip I have here is for the lashes. What you can do is use a lash curler and curl your lashes before you apply a mascara. Then apply 1 or 2 coats of mascara, however you like. I like to apply 2 coats, and then curl your lashes again with a lash curler. So your lashes will look really nice and uplifted. So curl your lashes twice. So that's what I'm going to do right now. And that is how my lashes look. I hope it's visible through the camera, because with the eyeliner usually the mascara is not visible on camera. But yeah, that is how my eye looks. I will quickly complete the other eye and be right back. Also, one more tip that I completely forgot to mention is to use a kohl or a kajal in your upper waterline, that is to tightline your eyes to make your lashes look really nice and voluminous. I do that a lot and it makes a lot of difference. Another tip to make your eyes look really beautiful even if you aren't applying any eyeshadow is to take a highlighter. I'm taking the same highlighter from the Savannah Colors palette and apply it in your inner corners and also underneath your brow bone. Now coming to the face, with a contour, what you can do is, rather than drawing a straight line like this, take your contour all the way towards your hairline so that it looks really nice and natural. I'll show you guys how you can do it. Now coming to blush, I'm going to use a blush from this same palette. I'm going to use this coral blush. Now if you want your face to look really nice and lifted, you can apply the blush just here, that is underneath your highlight, just here on both the sides. But I really like a nice feminine blush. That's what I'm liking these days. So I'm going to take them all the way to the nose and to the other side. This method will ensure that your makeup looks really nice and flushed and feminine. Now coming to the next step, that is highlighting your face. Rather than using a fan brush like this one, use a small fluffy brush like this one. This will make sure that the highlight is just where it needs to be and not all over the place. With this brush, the highlight is not placed properly. So I'm just going to take the highlighter on the brush and place it right on the cheekbones. You'll see how this changes the entire look. And if you use a fan brush, the highlight will be all over the place and it won't look really flattering. Coming to the last step, that is the lips. A tip that I have here is to always use a lip liner before you apply a lipstick. Now I don't always do it, because honestly I left my the whole lip liner kit that I have, I left it back in Bombay, and I've been in Pune since 2 months, so I did not use a lip liner. This is the one that I have. But lip liners do really change the game. It makes your lipstick look really nice, and it will stop the lipstick from bleeding and all of that. So if you are using dark colors especially, then always make sure to use a lip liner. It's not necessary if you're using a nude lipstick, but if you're using a darker lipstick, then always use a lip liner. And then I'm going to go in with the NYB lipstick in Sassy Samba. This is a very nice terracotta shade. It's perfect for my skin tone. So that is the final look. This is how my makeup turned out. These tips and tricks have worked really well for me, and these are some things that I've learned through trial and error, so I know these tips really do work. So that is it for the video, guys. If you found the video helpful, definitely give it a big fat thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'll see you guys very soon in my next video. Until then, bye bye, take care, stay home and stay safe.